And now turning our attention, it looks like President Donald Trump's administration is leaving no stone unturned to show their distrust and discrimination against Africans. Why do we say so? Because his administration has excluded Africa from this year's visa waiver program. In a list reportedly released earlier this week, the Trump administration has excluded all 54 countries of the world's second largest continent from eligibility for a visa waiver that allows travelers to enter the United States for up to 90 days without a formal visa. In sharp contrast, the Trump administration has included nearly 40 countries in this year's list, most of which are U.S. allies from Europe and Asia. This has raised eyebrows over the ongoing challenges African nations face in securing easier access to the U.S. For years, visa rejection rates for African applicants have been on the rise. Reports indicate that nearly 60% of all students from African countries who applied to study at universities in the United States were denied the requisite F1 visa in 2023. The U.S. authorities have reportedly cited concerns over immigration violations, fraud, and security risks as reasons for rejecting African visas. Moreover, reports suggest countries with high numbers of visa overstays, asylum seekers, or economic instability have also traditionally faced stricter entry standards to the U.S. But interestingly, the U.S. has not raised such concerns for its allies such as Israel, Netherlands, Finland, Germany, France, Norway, South Korea, and Japan, among others, who are included in this year's visa waiver program. So why exclude Africa, a continent that is rapidly growing, has a young demography, and is rich in minerals that drive America's economic interests? Some link this to Trump's policy of doubling down on illegal migration and his hardline stance on border control. Moreover, the exclusion of Africa from the visa waiver program might also be a larger political move to restrict entry from countries that Trump feels have security challenges and implications. This action might further complicate relations between the U.S. and Africa, which have already been deteriorating under Trump. Trump has not been close to any African leader. As president, he has never set foot on the continent. He has made derogatory remarks toward African nations, and in the first month of his second tenure, he has already created diplomatic tensions with South Africa. He has also reportedly begun downsizing the U.S. Africa Command, while he has also frozen foreign aid to several African nations. In light of these developments, the decision to restrict Africans from visa-free entry, which would otherwise promote tourism, business, and cultural exchanges with the U.S., raises serious concerns about the fairness and legitimacy of such policies. Will this policy further deteriorate U.S. influence on the continent? We will keep you posted.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogon, Komeri Namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month we have viewers up to 150 million, that's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.